What's up, fam? Smiles for miles. Well, you can't see my sign, but it says smiles for miles. Real quick, I just want to address a couple questions that I've received lately. Where I got the name Smiles for Miles, and is it something to do with me? Well, first answer to your question is a friend of mine, a couple friends of mine, Sergio and Teddy. When I first met them, they asked me my name, and I said Smiley, and they were like, "Look at me." I'm like, "It's a real name." And they're like, "Oh, okay, Smiles for Miles." That's where Smiles for Miles started. That was 06, and it stuck. So I decided I used to do brush turning for shaving, traditional shaving, and on a lathe, on a wood lathe. And my company was called Smiles for Miles. And I recently got out of that field because it's just been saturated. A lot of great artists, but just saturated. And I've always wanted to do YouTube, and I did have a YouTube channel where I would do like shaves videos and share the products that I was using. And before that, I did vaping reviews, and everything was always Smiles for Miles. And so when I decided, I've been in the RC cars for a little bit, and I decided that I wanted to do a YouTube channel, RC channel, and I was watching a lot of videos before I decided. I've been kicking it around and watching a lot of creators and RC guys, like RC Guy Garage, and he mentioned Smiles for Miles in the video. He doesn't know me. We're not friends. I imagine he's a cool guy to hang out with because he seems like a no-filter human being like me. But I just smiled, and I was like, okay, I'm going to do my video channel, and I'm going to name it Smiles for Miles RC Time. So how I got the name was when I was born, my grandmother was in the delivery room, and she said to me, because I asked, she said to me that when you were born, you didn't come out fussing or crying or nothing. You just had this big smile on your face, and like you were ready to take on the world. And so she made sure that one of my three middle names, I'm Irish Mexican, one of my three middle names, putting my earrings in real quick, my big gauges, one of my middle names was going to be Smiley. And that's where that came from. So, hence, Smiles for Miles. So my name really is Smiley. It's my middle name. I don't go by my first name. All these scars on my head are from my father, and my first name's named after him. And he was such a crazy abuser that him and my mother both, that like I had no protection from anything. I was on my own. And that he almost, I got a D in algebra. I was 16. Yeah, I was 16. And he beat me up to the point where I hit the ground and started kicking me in the head over and over again, almost killing me. And you can see all the scars. They go all the way back, all the way in the front of my head. My head was swollen, bad. And they left me untreated because they were afraid to take me to the doctor, because they knew they'd probably end up in jail. And so that's why I shake. That's where the epilepsy comes from. But I never let that hinder me. I'm not on any sort of government help. I work hard, and my fun time is my RC cars. So with that, I'm so happy you guys came here. Good morning and good afternoon, good evening, whatever the case may be, wherever you are in this beautiful world we are in. I want you to understand that every day is a blessing. And I want you to also understand that I appreciate each and every one of you for coming by and hanging out with me on Smiles for Miles RC Time. I've noticed, like I said before, a lot of my videos have gotten a lot of video views, not reviews, views, and I really appreciate that very, very much. If you can find it in your heart, give me a subscription. Once I get my 1,000 subscriptions, then I can be monetized, and that'll fulfill a dream of mine, wanting to do this as a part-time job. I also work Like I said, I don't do any of the government stuff. I'm not on welfare, I'm on disability, nothing. I just work. I'm a 59-year-old man that's not afraid of working, even though I am sick. And I've had 2 seizures in my lifetime. So, but yeah, give me a subscription, guys. You know, give me a comment down below. We're going to be talking about a car here by Remo Hobby, and it's the S Max, or now known as S Truck. Remo Hobby went through, I think they went through a bit of a thing with Traxxas, because this car we're going to be talking about is a 1/16 scale, but originally it was called an S Max, and the body shape is very similar to a Traxxas Max, but it's a small 1/16 scale car. It's brushless. There's really no frills in this car. The biggest frill in this car is the brushless system in here. So let's get into the car. Here's the car. I have 3 of these. I like these a lot. These are a budget-friendly RC car. You can get parts. The manual's got a blown up diagram of the car itself, and you can get replacement parts left and right for it. This is the blue model. Comes with some headlights right here, and the bumper is pretty malleable. So when if it takes a hit, it should be okay. Got a back bumper. There's room for lights in the back, which I don't have. They didn't come with another set of lights, the rear ones, but you can get red lights back here. No lights here and here. Those are stickers. You got body clips, and you can see that it has that Traxxas clip thing to make it look like it's there, but it's not. The body shape is very much X-Max, or well, that too, or the Max, but in a small version. You got some scoops here on the top, like air dam scoops looking thing. There's nothing, there's no opening or anything, so it doesn't get air in there, but that's an idea. Maybe I might cut that out, a little sliver out, so air gets into the motor more, but we'll see. These are not the original tires. The Remo Hobby tires are much smaller. Probably I would say the whole tire is the inside of the diameter of this tire. This came off of WL Toys 1/12 scale, or they call it a 1/10, but it's actually a 1/12 scale. We'll get into that car another day, but this is what we're going to talk about today. It's got really beefy dog bones. Everything else is plastic. There's no camber and toe. Real simple. You take these screws out and this comes out, and you can take this all apart. Real simple to work on. Same way with the front. You got dog bones. You have no camber or toe adjustment. They came with friction shocks, and I'm not a friction shock fan. I happen to have these shocks just in my stuff, and I pulled them out and installed them in here. I did put 15 millimeter extension on them to take the bigger tire, so it wouldn't rub the body. I wouldn't have to cut the body. Everything else is plastic. In here you can see there's actual bearings though. There's actual bearings in there. You can see the bearings right there. And beefy dog bones. You got a metal differential. I know, I was inside of it checking it out. This is all metal in the front and in the rear. The differentials are all metal. You got metal drive cups all the way around. And yeah, let's get into the car. You got 4 clips, and we'll go from there. I will be taking this out for a bash soon. So what I'm doing now, gang, is the way I'm doing my channel is that I'll talk to you about a car, a new car to me, and I'll put in a link where you can get said car, hopefully, if I can find it. Come on, you little bugger. These clips suck. And it's not because they suck. These personal clips suck. They all suck. That's why I keep saying to these car manufacturers, put a little tab on them. You know, put the little rubber tab. Put a little rubber tab on there. It's not going to break the bank. It's not going to break the bank. Okay, so we got oil-filled shocks. And they're real nice. That I installed. It's a Lexan body, so it's really durable, really thick. We'll see how it goes. when I go take it out bashing, but it's a nice. It's got Remo Hobby here and here. Other graphics, 4-wheel drive on the quarter panels. 2. This is the S Truck 2. That's what that means. It's got a 2.4 gigahertz smart controller system in it, and that's pretty much the graphics. Didn't come with any stickers, but it did come with a manual, which I don't have in front of me, and I do apologize, but it does come with a manual with a full-blown diagram, so you can see everything. It does have what is this KV in here? Let's get some glasses on so we can read. So we can read, man. All right, let's see if we can figure out what this KV is. Okay, it's a 2800 KV. It's got a cooling gill on the top. It's brushless. You cannot adjust any of the, you can't adjust the motor mount. You can see that there's no screws. These are just inset. So this is a budget, hobby grade, I would say, budget car. But yeah, you can probably remove those and take it all apart and replace this system if you would like. Personally, I think it's fine as it is. I don't see any problems with it. It does have a ESC with a 3-wire servo, and it does have a security, I can't remember the name of it, but it's to help with the power. You can see that it has another outlet for rear lights. Let me see if I can see what the amperage is in here. Okay, so 45 amp, so it'll take a 3S. It's got a 9 kilogram servo, and it's a 3-wire servo, so you can trade that out if you want to get a different servo. This is not a metal servo. It's got plastic gears inside. Yeah, it's a nice little truck for the price. You know, it's not too bad. You got another resistor here and another plug. Oh no, that's not a resistor. I don't know what this is. I don't know what that is for. And it doesn't say. Oh, okay. That's a jumper. Let me see if I can show you guys. That's a jumper for rear lights, for another set of lights, because they connect to these lights up front. They connect to this lights up front, so you got another jumper here for more lights. Same way on the ESC, you can do another set of lights right here. So you got 2 outlets for 2 sets of lights, which is cool. I don't know where you'd put them all, but still cool nevertheless. I'm just looking for another place for lights that could go. All right, so then I had to take the friction shocks out. These are bigger. These are from these are not from, but these are for WL Toys 1/14 scale, and they're beefy oil-filled shocks. I got low C 40 weight synthetic oil in the shocks. There's nothing, I haven't adjusted anything yet for the rebound, but I got a set of like screws and washers and etc., and to push out the shock out farther so it wouldn't rub on the dog bone back here. Let me see if I can show you that. You can see how close it is to the dog bone. You can see how close it is right there to the dog bone. So I didn't want that to hit, so I put these extensions on to push out the shock forward, and that way it won't hit. Same way with the back as well. You can see the extensions right here, and I had to use longer screws, of course, because of that. Got rear shocks here in the back, same thing, dog bones, everything's cool. You got an aluminum brace, which is awesome for durability and strength. Let's see if this flex. Nope. The chassis does not flex like some of the WL Toys does. You got a DIN connector right here, and your place for your battery goes right here. Now this came with a small little battery, and it's the same size as like a DERC battery, or a Armorel or a Relarlo. It comes with a LiPo battery. It's a 2200 mAh battery, and it also accepts a 3S battery. And I have 3S batteries that fit that tray. I have two different styles to fit this tray right here. So we're definitely going to take this out bashing. You can adjust your body mount area. You got several positions that you can move it up and down, and you can do the front higher or the back higher, whatever the case may be, however you feel like you want to do this. Let me grab something. Now, John Robinson, he's a content creator here on YouTube. John Robinson. I'm going to put a link to his channel. Go give him a follow. These are the Remo Hobby tires. He bought a set of Remo Hobby tires, a bit different. They have bead locks in them, but these have foam inside, and these are quite durable. That's really loose. That's really loose. This one's really loose. Anyways, these are the tires that came on this car. You can see the difference. Okay? Now these are advertised as a four-wheel drive drift truck. I'm not going to get into that. I am. In my brain, I don't associate drift with a truck. I associate drift with a car, so to see that on the box, that told me that the differentials are going to be super loose, and they were. So I picked up, I'll be right back. So I picked up at my local department store, I picked up these silicone, soft silicone earplugs. And I did the Kevin Talbot trick. If you don't know who Kevin Talbot is, I'll put a link down below and you can go follow him. He's quite the content creator in the UK, very well known. He's been doing this for a long time. So I followed his lead, and I took apart my back end and my front end, and I pulled the differentials out, and I cleaned them all out, cleaned the gears of all the, well, there was hardly any grease in there in the first place. I cleaned them all out, and I replaced them with these little silicone globules. And it took about, I'd say 3/4 of one per differential, and now it's much better. They don't, when it's just like a drift and you go trigger, it just wants to go all over the place. There's no real control over it. Even though this is still, they're not locked, but still enough resistance in here to where now it's more of a controllable car, and a lot more fun to run. I have two other ones, and we'll get into those in another video. But so I'm going to be taking this out, the Remo Hobby S-Max S-Truck. They advertise it still as S-Max. I got these off of eBay. I'll put a link down below to where you can pick them up from. It's a toy store out of California, I believe. And they're not super expensive. That's why I got them. Because one thing I like to do, guys, in my channel is that I want to cover not only affordable trucks and cars that are brushless and brushed, but also hobby grade. So, hold on. Okay, so this is one of my many hobby grade trucks. This is my NT10. This will be going out soon too. We're going to do a video on this, and we're going to talk about this truck in great detail. But yeah, so I have hobby grade trucks. I have a Traxxas X-Max that has, I call it a Traxxas Infraction X-Max because the guts are infraction. But my channel, I like to cover everything. I want to give you guys options so you guys can, if you want to get into the hobby, you don't have to spend a grip of money to buy an MT10, you know, or, you know, a Maverick Quantum or a Traxxas X-Max, X-Max. You know what I mean? You don't have to spend a lot of money to have fun within the hobby. So my channel is covering more of that instead of just all hobby grade or all just budget. This is both. We're going to do both on my channel. But yeah, so we're going to be taking this out. I'm going to put a link down below where you can pick up this truck. I highly suggest modifying it, getting some oil-filled shocks, extending the wheelbase and 15 millimeters or 25, however your little heart content desires, and put some bigger tires on it. Everything's metal, so, and it's available for replacement parts. So if you kill it because of the oversized tires, because that does put a lot of strain on your gearing, it doesn't matter. You're going to go faster with the bigger tires because of physics, more momentum, okay? And the parts are replaceable, so, and they're not expensive. So this is a kind of truck you can tinker with and play around with and do things to it and make sure to make it perform better, although putting strain on the system, the drive system. But yeah, so we're going to put the clips back in. I'm not sure where I'm going to take this truck to, if I'm going to take it to Super Ditch. I know that I am taking the WL Toys 124007. I'm taking that one to another legendary skate spot. It's not a street skate spot, but it's one of the first, if not the first, skate park here in Southern AZ. And so you guys can check out that park too. And we're going to do some bashing with that buggy. And that buggy, you know, it's because it's a buggy, it's not really a jumper. It's more like a speed runner and like track racer. So the skate park that we're going to be going to has a pyramid in the middle with a hub attached. So it'll be able to launch and catch air and then race it around. That's one of the skate parks we're going to be going to. Another thing on my channel I want to do, guys, is take you to all these skate spots that are around me. I mean, I'm surrounded here in Southern Arizona by skate spots, ditches, parks, like everywhere, you know, like everywhere. So keep an eye out. Make sure you give me a subscribe, hit the notification bell so you can catch the videos that I'm going to be coming out with here in the near future. So tomorrow video, this is going to get uploaded today, this video. Tomorrow I'm going to record the WL Toys 124007 tomorrow. I'm going to go film that tomorrow and talk to you guys more about the skate spot when I get there. So yeah, this is the Remo Hobby 1/16 scale S truck, formerly known as S Max. And yeah, I'm pretty stoked on these little trucks. Again, it's fun. We're all looking for fun. Okay, if you're a Traxxas fanboy, awesome, man. You're an Armada fanboy, awesome. Like, really, there's no, from my point of view, I don't bother me what you're stoked about, as long as you're stoked that I'm stoked about what I do, because I'm just giving it to you all. You know, I'm just trying to give you everything, you guys, so you guys can see everything. But yeah, that's about it, gang. I hope you guys have a blessed day. Please let me know if you ever tried an S-Max 1/16 scale with Remo Hobby, or any Remo Hobby product, down below in the comment section. In the description down below, I'm going to give you a link to where to pick this up. And yeah, I hope everybody has a blessed day. Please give me a subscription. I'm trying to get to 1,000,000. 1,000 followers, 1,000 subs, and then I get monetized and recognized more by YouTube. Getting all the views is really helping the algorithm put me out there, and I've noticed that on my videos now, YouTube's throwing commercials on, so that's a good sign. That means I'm out there, people are finding me, so I just need the subscriptions now. So again, do me a favor, hit the subscribe, hit the bell, and I hope you guys have a blessed day. Go get yourself a car. Go bash. Have fun. Takes away anxiety. Takes away depression. It's just a fun time. And you're never too old to have fun or play with toys. Peace be the journey.